Hello, everyone. I'm going to be covering today the BCSSE 2024 administration and information you need to administer your survey on your campuses. I'll be showing you how the dashboards work and specifically covering what you need for administration. This will not be the tutorial I'll use to cover how to use your results, to download all your results. I'll be using that or covering that in a different recording. So for right now, this is to get you going. You probably all have seen this page. This is the front page for BCSSE, where to register and pricing information about a new survey, pulse type survey we have. And to log in, once you've already registered and have your dashboard account, you can simply go to this page. Right here, it has a login. If you're one of the primary contacts, advisor account logins, you do not need to access the dashboard from this page. You can just go to qualtrics.com and access it. Make sure you enter your BCSSE user account. If you have a separate Qualtrics account, it will not work for BCSSE. But the advantage of logging into this page, it sends you to a landing page that I created. I'll show you in a minute. If you forgot your password, just click here. You can do a password recovery. If for some reason you think like there's maybe something going on with Qualtrics, you can't access survey or the dashboard's down or something, you can check the status page for Qualtrics. If you don't have an account, you can just request one here, or if there's other colleagues on your campus that need an account, have them fill out this form. Okay, so I'm going to log in using this dashboard login, and I'm going to log in using a public dashboard that any of you can do. I'll show you where that is real quick. So go to administration, demonstration portal, and it's a demonstration portal link and gives you the password. This is just obviously all dummy data in here, nothing private or secure. So when you do that, it's going to land you on this page. And this is the landing page I created. Again, you don't have to, but it just is a kind of orderly way of presenting the different dashboards that you're going to be using, and pretty much in the chronological order that you will need them. For instance, you won't need any of these results dashboards until you've gone through the administration and collecting data from your students. If you use a regular Qualtrics account, you're going to land on qualtrics.com. Yeah, land on this page. It's fine. Everything's still there. It's just not presented in the same way. All your dashboards are still there. They're not in order. And you can pin, you can customize this a bit. You can pin certain dashboards to here if you want. You can kind of customize a little bit if you want. But again, you don't have to do that. So I'm going to go back to where I was for the sake of simplicity. This is the webinar I recorded last year about using the dashboards for everything, including results and everything. I will be replacing that once I get the new webinars and tutorials up in place. Okay, so you've registered for BCSSE. You have a dashboard account. If you don't, email me at bcsse@indiana.edu. And when you log in and you're just looking at this first administration information page, you're going to see basically your information, when you said you wanted to survey to begin and end, what mode you chose. Most schools do online. There's still a few schools that do paper, perfectly fine, or mixed, that's fine too. For this example, Besseeville State, they chose both. This is your survey URL. This is specific to your institution. This is the URL you will use when sending out your survey invites if you're using the generic survey URL for your institution. When you registered, you had the option of choosing what open-ended question you wanted your students to get at the end. This will be what you chose. There's one question that is a two-part question. The others are all one part. If you selected a new student check-in, saying, yes, I want to do that, because that's completely optional. You don't need to. You also need to decide right now. You can decide later this spring or even into the summer. Plenty of time to decide on that. Same thing with winter. You don't need to decide now. If you know you're going to do it, that's fine. Even if you said you're going to do it and you change your mind in August, that's fine too. We can take it off. This is just to kind of give you a heads up that these are available. And I will confirm with everyone later. If you still want to do it, and for those who said they didn't want to or they weren't sure, I will email you again and say, just checking in to see if you change your mind about this. IRB information. These will take you out to our public website, and when you click on it, it will open in a new tab, so you don't have to worry about losing where you were. So IRB information, data security page. Again, this opens all into a new tab. So when you're done looking at it, you can just close it. It doesn't close you out of the dashboard. We use different means to collect, to prevent duplicates. One is we use cookies. So just to let you know that. Also, if you want a QR code, I've had people ask me to create a QR code for them. I can, but you can also do it very simple yourself. Go to QR Code Monkey or any other free online tool. And a lot of institutions actually have that service available for their staff and employees to create your own QR codes. Web administration instructions, again, it's going to take you outside the page. Just gives you very general information. Click on administration, it's going to give you more specific information. It's passing student ID through. This was if you're using student-specific links, which our schools are increasingly using. And by doing this, the student will then not be asked for their student ID. It will automatically be included in their response for them. I can create these for you, or you can create these. It's a simple procedure. If you do it yourself, it's literally just an Excel concatenate statement, but I can do it also and make them available on the website, a dashboard for you to download. One of the reasons people also do this is because they want to send me a contact list ahead of time. They want to say, here's 1,000 students we're going to send a survey to, and here are some custom fields we want appended to their survey. Here's who their advising officer person is going to be, who they're assigned to. Here's, if they're Pell students, or they're in certain housing units, or they're in this learning community, whatever, you can then add custom fields. And then when the student completes a survey, those custom fields will be included with their data, and those custom fields you can later use for filtering when you produce results in the reports pages. I'll explain more about that in a minute. Posting an LMS. I strongly encourage schools not to solely rely on email to distribute their survey. Use email is fine, but use group administration and maybe orientation or first week welcome week meetings you might have with students, or first week of first year seminar. Even though it's an online survey, you can do group administration, ask students to take out their phones or laptops and complete the survey, set aside some time to complete the survey. Increasingly, schools are posting links into their LMS. You can do student-specific links if you like, and there's instructions here on how to do that. These are instructions that Nessie posted, but they're exactly the same for BCSSE, except you're going to be using the URLs that BCSSE provides you, not Nessie. But otherwise, the steps are exactly the same. And some more information about it. So I strongly encourage LMS if you can. Even if you're using just your generic institution link, I would strongly encourage it. What a lot of schools do is they'll post it to their orientation checklist. They'll have some kind of online orientation checklist for students to complete over the summer, and students go down this list and they're completing it. Just add this link to that, just add the information for the survey to that, and a lot of students will complete it. If you did order paper, here's where you need to send the surveys to. Okay. So back to this page. There are email invitation templates here. You can either download the Word version of them or just copy and paste this out. You can adapt these if you like. These are not the informed consents. These are just invitation templates. The informed consent is the first page of the survey, which is included in that IRB information when you were to go back to there. Contacts and billing. This is who all the contacts are with your institution. This is the estimate. This should be the same as the final invoice you receive in the email. by email. If it isn't, let me know and I'll check out why. So this is not the official, but it should reflect what is going to be in the official estimate. Okay. Response counts. As the survey gets going, you're going to have students completing the survey, and you can see you'll have a daily count that'll start to populate in here, tell you when students are completing it, your overall count. I can say, just show me the students that were first year students. I'm not interested in transfer, who my transfer, just how many first year, etc. And you can see that response as well. This is a student lookup table. This is a table. This will show everyone who's completed it to date. And you can look up, if you have a student that says, hey, I completed it, you can just go in here very quickly, look up by name or student ID and say, oh yeah, we got it here. It looks like it was completed on this date. Or I don't have it on here. Let me check into this more, and you can email me and find out what's going on. If you provided these custom fields, advisor, group 1 and group 2, ahead of time, these will also be populated with each student response. If they're not, and you want to add them, you can also do it after submission. I'll get into that in a minute. You can also download this list at any point, CSV, Excel, whichever, this complete list. You can filter it and then download the list, whichever you want. Finding duplicates, hopefully there won't be many, but occasionally there are some. You can just sort on this count, find out if there's any, come up with two counts or maybe even 3. If it's just 1 or 2, there's instructions here on how to do that on your own. If it's more than that, there's a data update form I'll show you in a minute on how you can send me corrections. Say, here's the 20 students that need corrections. They're either duplicate, or maybe the student ID is wrong, or they spelled their name all in caps and we want to correct that. Whichever, you can send me that. Okay, so the data update form is then where you can submit those changes. So your institution should be up here. There should be an upload link. It's going to first ask you if you want to make, I'm already logged in, so it's bringing me right to this page, but what it's going to first ask you is, do you want to make changes to existing data, or are you sending a contact list prior to survey administration? This page is showing the option for, I want to send you a list prior to administration. So there's instructions here on how to do that. And what you need to send me. Ultimately, what you need to send me is an Excel file that looks exactly like this format, A through G columns, no more, no less, and the information about each student. I'm gonna show you the other page real quick, what it looks like if you want to make corrections. It's gonna look like this. I just showed you the one, this first option prior to submitting the survey data, that option. This is when I want to make corrections. I'll click on this, and then again, follow these instructions. The red are fields that cannot be changed. The yellow are the fields that can be changed. And then the green indicates if what the change is. You made an edit, for instance, I corrected a student ID, or I need this case deleted. Okay, so this green area, J and K, will indicate what changes to be made for each record. And then you're going to upload the file. Okay, back to here. Contact list, when you do upload a contact list, this is where they will show up. And this will include only those who have completed the survey, not those who have, those who have not completed the survey. So these will be all you know. You'll be able to download this list of non-completers. When they do complete, again, they'll show up back on this page, this contact data lookup page, and they'll show up here. These are all your completers. So the contact list will show what you've sent me and to date, which ones have still not completed the survey. The rest of this, I'll just quickly show their pages, but I'm not going to cover them yet. I'll cover them in more detail in another tutorial. This is a data download page. You can access your data, a complete raw data file at any point. You don't have to wait till your administration closes. There's two different types of advising reports. I'm going to do a separate tutorial on just advising, and I'll cover those. There's these advising reports that are generated, and then there's online advising reports that you can use live online and filter online. The results pages are where you would find your summary results. You can filter these by student type. Show me the results for my engineering students. Show me first generation student results. You can also compare yourself to other institutions. Show me results for master's public level institutions, etc. I'll cover these again in more detail. And then participating institutions. If you did compare yourself to other public master's institutions, you might want to know, well, who are they? So you can limit your set filters up here to say masters and public, and go down to this list and see who those schools are. Right now it's only 19, but we've just opened registration. This should get up to about 110. Okay, that's a very quick tutorial focused primarily on these number 2 and number 3 dashboard pages. Let me know if you have any additional questions or any questions at all. I'll be glad to talk with any of you. I'll be glad to also set up a Zoom meeting if that would be easier. Thank you and have a good day.